This is Earth Radio. And now here's human music.
Hey guys, welcome back to DJS Detailing. Today we're in slightly unfamiliar surroundings. We are currently in a horse lorry. That's because my girlfriend, her and her mum have just got a brand new horse lorry. The inside is a little bit grubby. It was like this from when they picked it up. They've been to a few shows in it. It's got a little bit of dust, a little bit of muck on the floor, just on the dashboard, just on the surrounding areas and the headliner. So all we're going to do is come in, give it a little bit of a freshen up, just to wipe all the plastics down so they don't look greasy and grubby, get all the muck off the floor, get a nice dressing on the dashboard and the wheel and that kind of thing, and clean the windows up just so it's a nice place to be, and it's going to be fresh, and hopefully it'll get rid of that nasty industrial smell I'm going to go with. So let's give it a go and see how things work out. Okay, so just to give you some before shots, obviously this is what the floor is currently like. I've got some wellies on, so I'm going to start with the top areas first. Steering wheels, it's got a little bit of a shine to it, if the camera focuses. A little bit of a shine, so we'll try and get that cleaned up. The gear stick, that's pretty similar. It's got a little bit of a shine to it, which is not nice. We'll try and get that cleaned up. The dash, it's not too bad really, just needs a bit of a wipe down. A few rosettes, because they're pretty damn good at what they do. Yeah, the floor, so we'll finish with that, sorry. Obviously that's the last area that we want to be doing, because we're going to be walking across just to get the rest of it done. Headliner, just over on that side. See, there's a few little marks that need addressing. And then just tidy the back up, just a little bit around that window. The seats are alright actually, we'll just give them a little bit of a wipe down. But I've got my box of bits, so we've got obviously a few cloths, and then we've got brushes. So we've got the brush that we'd normally use for the wheel arch, that's going to be quite good for the floor. Obviously it's all been rinsed off, so there's nothing left on it. Another couple of cloths just for wiping down. We've got the tyre brush, it's also going to be quite good for the floor, just for giving it a deep scrub and getting everything off it, so that's good. We've got the carbon collective brushes, just for the dash, just to get into that, just give it a quick dust down, and then for when we're using the all-purpose cleaner. Another brush, just a little bit of a detail brush, that one's from Auto Finesse as well. We've got some AM Details dress, which is going to go on the floor, it's going to go on the dash as well, so that's that. We've got Auto Finesse Verso, it's supposed to be written on the bottle but it's come off, so that's going to be the APC for today, that's going to be the biggest cleaner. We've got that diluted 8:1, we've got the bottle just in case we need a little bit more. We've got AM Details glass cleaner, obviously it's quite a big windscreen and visibility in a horse lorry is very important. And last but not least, we've got Aroma. This is Parma Violet from Auto Finesse. So this is all from the sample box, the mystery box that I got from Auto Finesse. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, just going to come in with a flush microfiber towel just to give everything a wipe down, get all the dust off. We will use one of the carbon collective brushes. We'll go with a finer one just to get into the intricate areas. So we'll just give everything a little bit of a dust down, and then we can start with the cleaning. Obviously we're not trying to achieve absolutely amazing results, it is a horse lorry, it's going to get mucky again, but just to tidy it up so it looks a little bit more presentable for when they go to shows. That's the whole point of doing this today. Okay, so step one done, we've dusted everything down, we've got as much of the loose muck off as we can. Now we're going to go in with the all-purpose cleaner from Auto Finesse, which is Verso like I've said. I'm going to spray this directly onto the plastics. I'm not that bothered about overspray in terms of getting it onto the windows and that kind of thing, because they're all going to be wiped down. And the van before was used as, I think it was a delivery van, so it's literally just a van that's been converted into a horse lorry, so I'm guessing it's not had any kind of care with it before. So getting stuck in and spraying a lot on and working it in and getting as much off as possible isn't going to do it any harm at all. It probably needs it just to get as deep and clean as possible. So we're going to go in with this. First time using Verso, so we'll see how it holds up. And I'm quite interested to see how much muck comes off. But we've got a bucket of water just as a rinse bucket, and a microfiber cloth. We're going with the green one just to see if there's any dirt that comes off on that we can visibly see. So we'll start with the dash and the pillars and the roof liner, and we'll work our way around. Okay, so all the passenger side is now done. We've done the dash, we've done the door. I'll show you me doing the driver's door. I think this one's a little bit mucky, so it'll be a little bit better to see. Worked up around the headliner, so we've done all this part. Done the handle, done the sun visor, so we've done up to about there, just on this front portion. We've wired just around the sills, in the doors, in the door cards, just around the edges of the windows in both, just to get the grime out of that. All across the dash, this first pillar, just up the side of the window. And that is about it. Oh, and just on the headrest, so there's a little bit of muck just in those, along this bar that runs along the back, and then just that beam up there. Also just in that little bit there behind the seat belt holder, we've just moved that up and down just to get to the muck that's in that. So now we're just going to carry on working along the dash. So we've got this last part to do, and then we've got the steering wheel as well, and the door. We are going to attempt to do the floor. How that comes up, I really don't know, but we shall see. Okay, so lastly, we're just going to go across the wheel, rinse the cloth off, as we have done. I'll show you the rinse water once we've finished. It is absolutely disgusting. Just going to get a little bit more cleaner. We're not going to spray it directly onto the wheel, because obviously we've cleaned that. We don't want any more overspray than we need. Spray it onto the cloth and give this wheel a good old scrub. Okay, so that's that section done on the doors. The last bit that we're going to do is just on this section here, so just working around again, just in the liner. You'll see a few bits there on that back portion, and then just on this little bit here, and then work our way around the seats. I'll not show you that because it's going to be too intricate to get the camera in. Pedals, I'll show you that, and then it's the floor, and then it's time for dressing. So let's crack on. just on that first section. So obviously you can see I've divided the cloth into 4, try and keep it into one section at a time, that way we're not moving dirt across areas then. Okay, so this is the last bit. I thought I'd show you this because there's quite a few intricate areas. We're just going to go in with the smaller detailed brush, plenty of APC. If the camera stays straight. There we go. Okay, cleaning done. Just going to give everything a final wipe down just to make sure there's no smears, any bits of dust, just looking at that, a few bits on the cloth, and then we're going to go in with Details dress. So I used this on the arches of my Peugeot, as you saw in one of the previous videos, but as it says, it can be sprayed onto anything. Safe to use on engine bays, tyres, exterior and interior trim, so it's a great dressing to have. Saves having to get one that's just for interior, then one for exterior. The longevity of it, on exterior it's going to be a little bit less, but on interior it should last a while. The only reason that I'm putting it on this, I know some people might say that it's a bit of an unnecessary step, especially with it being a horse lorry, because it doesn't get used much anyway. But because the lorry is sat facing outwards, any sun that's coming through, it's going to eventually start to work its way into the plastics and cause them to fade. So just having this on them, a little bit of protection, and it just makes it look a little bit better. So we'll crack on with that, and then it's just the windows left. So just delving back into my box of bits. Last thing, as always, is glass. So we're going to use AM Details glass cleaner. We've got 2 Chemical Guys edgeless cloths. I'm going to spray the cleaner directly into the towel again rather than misting it and risk it going on the dash, because now we've dressed it, we don't want to be having any overspray that's unnecessary again. So we'll just wipe them down and then we are done. I've got to record this on my phone because the battery on the camera is just gone, which is a bit of a shame, but there's no more shots to get, so we're all right. The glass is done, the dash is done, the floor is done, the plastics on the doors, the ceiling, these last few bits behind are all sorted. Everything's wiped down, everything's dressed, everything looks amazing. So the last touch, as there is for any detail, air freshener. Thank you to Auto Finesse. This has mainly been your products that I've used from the mystery box that I received. I did say at the start that we got the Parma Violet air freshener. I might leave this in the cabin just as a bit of a top up if it's needed, but I must admit the air freshener does smell amazing and they do seem to last a very long time. So we're now done. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Again, if there's any video ideas that you've got, then let me know. What have we got left to come? I'm not sure, to be honest. We'll see what we can do in terms of different details. Thought this would be something a little bit different. If you enjoyed it, just let me know. Give me a thumbs up. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave the link down in the description. It's DJS Detailing. So yeah, go across and follow me. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you, guys.